Hello guys, another episode of Clues, Cues, Reviews, and today we're doing the manga review of Hinomaru Zumou chapter 49. So, what do we have here? So we have an early release by the looks of it, to be honest, especially in the sense that I was expecting this to come out at a similar kind of time to the One Pieces or the Bleaches or the Torikos and things like that, because it's all in the same magazine. Now, is this a hint that we're gonna get a One Piece a bit early this week? I don't know, but I'm hoping so. In any case, for those who don't know what Hinomaru Zumou is, where have you been? So Hinomaru Zumou, for me, is probably going to be one of the next big things. If those people out there really like Kuroko no Basket, they love this because it's the same dynamic, except it's sumo rather than basketball. So what we know so far. So, like you have the generation of miracles in the basketball world with Kuroko no Basket, we have someone that's a similar kind of context in the sense that they're kind of revered to be the next big thing, and they're called the national treasures. So far, we've been introduced to three of them and the mentioning of the fourth. So to explain, the first one we're introduced to is the main character. He was considered a demon, an oni, and he was considered the king of sumo in first school. Then story progression, shit's at the fan, his body doesn't grow. Then in middle school, a guy called Sado or Sader takes over, and he's considered the middle kind of school king. Now at high school, it's the fourth one that's mentioned. He hasn't really been shown yet, but there's been many speaking of him saying he's really strong, to the point where Sada had a match with him and lost. The fourth national treasure is the son of the last Japanese Yokozuna, Kuze Suzuki, and he's a beast. Interesting how Sada went against the other national treasure and lost, and Ushio Hinomaru went against the other Kuze Suzuki and lost. There was a time of development and growth. Now it's the Inter-High, and last chapter ended showing Ushio's Hinomaru's newfound development, and at the same time he was holding back. So it's interesting because they're currently getting scouted in this chapter by Ishigama or Ishii High School, the same school that had Sada in there. So what actually happens is Sanada or Sanado, I can't remember depending on the translation, and Araki. Araki is the judo player who they're actually scouting the matches. Now Sanada is the senior, and Araki is basically the junior. So Araki is the national champion of judo. He's like their secret weapon, and you could say he's the counterpart to Chihiro, the wrestling national champion. So you can see how they will kind of play off each other. So what happens is next to tag in is Chihiro, and you hear Araki going to his senpai saying, "Watch this guy. This is the guy I was talking about." And it's funny because he gets grilled. He goes, "You mean the time when you wasn't allowed to go anywhere, but you had a match outside?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm really sorry." And he's reflecting on it apparently. So he gets scolded, and then you see his thought process. Him saying that, it's not that I'm scared of this dude, but this guy used to be the number one delinquent in our school when he was like a first year, and he just gives off the aura of someone not to be messed with. So you can tell this guy's an interesting dude. So Chihiro steps up, and he goes for a single leg, and then there's the thought process of him talking to the new coach, and the coach goes, "Why don't you use a throw? It's probably more suited for your style." Next thing you know, he does an outside outside thigh grip leg throw and sends the guy flying. And you think, yo, this is their secret weapon for a reason. So he stepped up. Next to step up from Dachi High is Yuma, the former bully, or Yuma Goju. And basically, he uses his martial arts really well. So he uses karate to do palm strikes. And you can hear people saying that, oh, this guy is not that strong. You just need to endure. And the guy's thinking, the opponent's thinking in the back of his mind, are you crazy? These attacks are rattling my bones. He can feel it to his core. That's how much power he's basically putting these quick palm strikes. What does happen eventually is the opponent grabs hold of Yuma's arm, and next thing you know, Yuma's thrown him out the ring. So not only has he developed his martial art, he has increased in strength. So they're like the top guns. If you can think about it, it's out of 5. The top 3 have already won. They're already through. So people are thinking, okay, so they've stacked it high because they want to, make sure they go through. Next on the line is Kai. Kai is the one that joined because people thought he was a girl because he was that scrawny. He goes in there, tries, he gets defeated pretty easily, but he's not giving up. I'll come back to him in a second. And then the last one is Ozeki. Now Sanada basically says, watch this guy. Because the other guy, Araki's overlooking him. He said, look at his face, he probably looks like he's scared, he's been bullied all his life. What can he really do? And Senator goes, sometimes when you bully the wrong opponent, you end up getting hurt. And people are like, okay, cool. He goes in there and people are like, okay, so who's next? And within a flash, the match is over. And his opponent wasn't weak. His opponent was actually quite strong. So it shows you even Ozeki has development. I was excited as hell when I was reading this. So I missed this yesterday because of the time difference and everything else. So I got to read it today at work, and I was so excited I had to contain myself because I was at work. But what this should have been called, this chapter should have been called, instead of being called round 1 of the Inter-High tournament, it should have been called growth and development. What this means that Dachi High have an amazing chance to actually win. But I have a sneaky feeling that at some point Kai, the weakest of the lot, is going to come through. For some reason I see it. He's going to get overlooked, he's going to do something. I just see that with him. He's tried so hard, he doesn't want to just be there to fill number, he wants to actually put in the effort. So I really see things coming from him. I'm blown away. They blow my expectations of how powerful they come across. It is only the first round. But there's an interesting comment that happens. So bearing in mind, you've got Ishihai, who are probably the second strongest in that area after the main school. You've got Sanada, who says it's not just me and Kanamari. Araki has to pull his weight. That's 3 of them. So Sanada seems powerful. Araki, being the national champion for judo, seems powerful. And Karamani is the captain in his final year, so he's there to prove something. And the B Sada hasn't appeared just yet. So it's interesting to say there's 4 of them that are really up there. 4 versus 4. Do you see how the dynamic plays out? It'll be interesting what the 5th one is. But the important thing that it says, it's not about the one-on-one contest. It's not about being a one-man team anymore. It isn't just about Ushio Hinomaru. It's all out war. So when he said that, I was thinking, this is going to be something else. It's going to be something else. I cannot wait. We have to wait another week for this. But there we have it. Chapter 49 reviewed. Hinomaru Zumou. Please like, comment and subscribe and share. Really get this out there. I'm trying to make something of this. I really enjoy doing it. If there's ways for me to improve it, I will be looking to do that. There are things I'm looking to improve just in the video. I bought a chair, so that's a start. I'm looking to get a mic, looking to get a lot of the things. So please like, comment, share and subscribe, and hopefully you'll see more from me. Cheers.